Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we will be discussing about a Terraform Cloud. What is Terraform Cloud? Terraform Cloud is a cloud offering from HashiCorp. So it is the platform wherein you can execute your Terraform and effectively manage your infrastructure needs. So apart from executing Terraform, it also provides a number of features. Call it as a state storage, team collaboration, role-based access, and flexible workflows. Also, it does support audit logging. So when it comes to the licensing, it provides free standard plus and enterprise. As you see here, Terraform licensing doesn't count the number of user, rather it focuses on the number of resources that the Terraform cloud needs to manage. Let's create a free trial account. So I have created a free trial account. As you see here, the current plan is free, which will cover 500 resource per month. So first you have to create a project. Just click on new project, fill up this information. You will have a project ready. When a project is created, you have to create a workspace within the project. To do so, click on new, click on workspace, select the project. So there are three options to trigger or execute the workspace. One through the version control, which means that whenever there is a change or whenever there is a commit in the version control, that will trigger this Terraform workspace. Or you can do it through the CLI, like Terraform update, right? And API driven. So this basically uses the REST endpoint to trigger the workspace. So in this case, I will go with the CLI. Let's create one. Uh, so now, as you see here, this is the configuration that we have to keep it in our Terraform code. So that way, like whenever we do like a Terraform apply, Terraform will use this configuration, and it will tell us like what is the Terraform organization to be used and what is the workspace to be used, and it will execute the Terraform within this workspace. Now, one other thing, like remember, like in earlier we had a Terraform.tf wars file in which we had all these variables captured, values of the variables captured. So now with the Terraform, you really don't need the tf wars file. Rather, like you will have a two different sections here. Like one within that workspace, you will have a variable. So this will be specific to that particular workspace, or you can create a variable set that can be applied to a project or to a specific workspace. So let's see how do we create this variable set. So if you go to the configuration, if you go to the workspace level and click on settings, and here you will have a variable set. Click on new variable set, which I have done here. So just to fill up this information, choose the project and the workspace that you wanted this to be, yeah, attached or associated, and create all those variables that you wanted to have it as a part of this variable set. Now that we have all this cap like all this configuration done, let's go to the Terraform. So as you see here, first I have updated the Terraform with the uh, Terraform cloud configuration. As said, this configuration notify the Terraform that it has to use the Terraform cloud with this organization with this workspace. As you see here, we have this client ID, tenant ID, subscription ID, client ID, and the secret. But as you see here, there is no Terraform .tf was, just because like we have created the variable set which is associated with the workspace, right? So which is associated with this workspace. So now what we have to do, initial, you have to do a Terraform login. So when you do Terraform login, it will ask you to uh, update the existing one, and then like it will ask you to create a new token. Let's generate a token. Let's copy the token. Let's go here, paste your token here. You are logged in into that particular Terraform cloud. Now what we can do, similar to earlier executions, you can say Terraform init, Terraform plan, and Terraform apply. Let's do the Terraform apply here. When you do the Terraform apply here, Let's see Terraform apply here. So this is going to create a execution here, right? So let me go to the workspace in a moment. Let me go to the organization. Let me go to the Terraform dev. So as you see here, this is locked because as you see here, this is planning is in progress, right? So if you just come over here, you will see the current execution details here. And if you just come to the runs section, you will see that. So it says that the current execution is planned and finished. There is nothing to be added or updated because just I have executed this before this recording this video, right? So I think there is no further action needed. So let's go back to the uh, Visual Studio Code here. It says that nothing needs to be done here, right? Though we did a update. So as you see here, like easily you can see all the execution, when it is executed, who executed, what are all the changes are done. All this information it's here. So that way, like you can easily add it, what has happened and when it had happened. Everything can be analyzed for auditing purposes, as well as you can see the state file. The state file it's created as a part, like within the workspace. The state file it's um, you can find the state file here, as well as one other setting that we need to do, like as we are using the uh, environment here, right? So as you see here, like environments dev, and we are using this specific Terraform version. So the latest version as of recording it's 1.9.5, but I'm still using 1.8.5. So first you have to set your Terraform version, supported version that you wanted to have it, and the directory. When you say like Terraform apply, it has to use this particular folder as the entry point from where it needs to execute. So you need to set these two information. So once it is done, and if you do the Terraform init plan and apply, it's all going to get executed as you see here. So now let's go back here and let's review some of the advantages and disadvantages of Terraform Cloud. First of which, Terraform Cloud, it supports the native integration for Terraform, right? So you really don't have to install Terraform on your local machine, and whenever there is a version change, you need to update your version in your local machine. All those things you really don't have to do that, because like whenever you say Terraform apply, irrespective of the version that you have in your local machine, it's just going to execute the Terraform in the Terraform Cloud. So that way, like you really don't have to manage your Terraform, the exe file uh, or the plugin version itself. Second of which, like as we discussed multiple times, the state management it's really important. In this case, like Terraform Cloud handles that for us, so we really don't have to do anything. We just execute, and then like a state it's captured for each apply. There is going to be a new state created. If in this case, like I see only one state here, because like it applied only once, right? So I don't have any other additional changes. That's the reason. And collaboration and access control. So in Terraform, here you can create the users, right? So you need to have the users. If you come to the organization, here you can manage your users. You have to add your users here, create a new user, so that way, like not everyone will have access to all the workspaces and all those stuff, like RBAC kind of a thing. Some people can only read, and all those things that you can do, right? So you can assign to the user email address, and the user with the permission, whatever the permission that you wanted to have. All those things can be done here. And policy as a code, of course, like Terraform does support Sentinel. which is nothing but a policy for your Terraform. And cost management. Uh, Terraform claims that this is the most effective way of managing the infrastructure. Through managing the infrastructure, basically, right? And the, like it also says that it does support multi-cloud. However, disadvantages to me, the consumption plan. The reason is that it is not per user, it is per resource. Basically, like what happens is that, let's assume that you have application that that is kind of a stable. You are really not going to make any changes to this particular application, but again, like this infrastructure, it's done through the Terraform, which means that these resources are managed by Terraform. So irrespective of whether you are making the update, Terraform will consider this as the managed resources, and for which it will it will kind of add a cost for that. So really, like you are not making use of the Terraform, but still you have to pay for just for the maintenance, right? And then, like it does not support the IP or IP range to whitelist. So let's assume that you have a Azure Key Vault that has a restriction. You wanted to apply a restriction. You don't want to expose your Key Vault through the public internet. So you wanted to restrict that with a set of IP or within the private subnet. That is not supported. That is supported only in the enterprise tier, or business tier, which is way more expensive, right? So so like licensing model, if you see here, there is a free tier, that's what we are using, and the standard tier, again, like it will cost you little less, not really so much. But then, like if you consider resource, right, even a small secret key vault, secret in a key vault, it's considered as a resource. So that way, like quickly you will you will have thousands of resources, and you will be paying for all those resources, right? And that will have a huge money. Then, like the plus tier, this is a little more advanced. Basically, like it will give you the uh, what like the Sentinel and the private module registration on top of the standard tier. And the enterprise tier, it's where, like you will have the self-hosted agent, right? Otherwise, it will be hosted. The agent will be for all these tiers. The agent will be hosted by Terraform. But in the enterprise tier, you will have a self-hosted agent, which means that let's assume that you can create a virtual machine in Azure, and then, like do the installation, and Terraform Cloud can still make use of this particular virtual machine as a host. And that's what typically we do with the Azure DevOps, right? So yeah, so this is what pretty much Terraform Cloud. To me, like I would say Terraform Cloud has everything that you need to have for for enterprise infrastructure management. I have two concerns only. Those two concerns are already listed here. Basically, like the consumption plan, it will eat up a lot of money, and then the whitelisting. So I do not know like why this is not supported in the other tiers. I wish like this is part of the standard tier, or at least in the plus tier, but it is not. It is part of only the enterprise tier. That is a very big note to me. Anyway, thank you for watching this video.